Okay, today we're going to be talking about Tash Peterson, the vegan activist who uses her body to get views, stir up controversy, and all in all, to try and gain more attention and bring more people into veganism, but try to spread awareness about veganism. Today I have a video that I'm going to show you about, I think it was about a year ago. She did a video outside McDonald's talking to teenage boys, and here it is. And the reason that's important is because she was actually half naked in this video. She had her tits out and she was painted as a cow. So let's watch this, and there's a number of reasons to why that's wrong, but I don't think I need to tell anyone that. But here, let's get into it.
Knock them unconscious in different ways, and then they slit their throat to drain the blood out of them.
Yeah.
So
After they've been
but it's murder, right?
No.
Yes. Taking someone's life is murder, wouldn't you agree? Wait, just a moment. You think cows, pigs, chickens are an object? They're not someone.
I never said they were an object.
Well, you just said they're
they were an animal. I never said they were someone.
You said they're not someone, they're something.
As a human, something.
No, someone is any individual, whether it be a dog, a human, a cow, a chicken, or a pig.
It's individual.
They all have a brain, they're all people.
Yeah, they're not people though.
Yeah, they are.
But people is a Homo sapien person.
It can be, no, a person is any individual that is sentient.
That's not.
Do you have any pet dogs or cats?
I do.
So would you call them something or someone?
Yeah, it's a pet. Is that not
Do you agree they have a unique personality? Do you agree that they want to live?
I mean, some of them.
If I bolt gun them in the head, would you say that's not murder?
I mean, it depends why you're doing that.
Unnecessarily, taking their life unnecessarily, or maybe to eat their bodies.
If your dog was really sick, would you put it down?
It depends if that's the best decision, but we're not really talking about sick animals. We're talking about baby animals being forced into slaughterhouses to be murdered.
They're not forced, they're raised. Well, they got forced, but raised.
Yeah, so they're forcibly bred into existence, and then they're forced into their murder.
They are.
Yeah.
And yeah, to be bred to eat. It's not like we're just picking a random cow and killing it.
But does that, just because that's their purpose that we've put upon them, that we've forced upon them, does that justify murder?
Do not force upon dogs with pets as well. Do you have a pet dog?
Yes, I have a companion dog.
What kind of dog?
He's a Jack Russell.
How much did you pay for that?
I don't know, he's been in my family for 10 years, but I don't agree with breeding animals into existence. So I wasn't vegan at that point in time. As a vegan, I would never pay for someone by a breeder or anything. I would rescue animals at shelters, because lots of animals are murdered in shelters, but I would never pay for an animal, because I believe they're not commodities. Pardon?
Converse vegan?
I believe they are, but these aren't Converse, they're Ganda.
And is that
So anyway, back to the start where you said, can you stop, why do you bother people? My question is, why do you pay people to abuse and murder animals?
I don't pay people for it. I supply and demand it.
Exactly, it is about supply and
Why
demand.
do I pay people? Do I pay my teachers? We pay teachers so we can educate ourselves, right?
Exactly, so when you consume animal, yeah,
Millions of Australians.
yes, but when you consume animal flesh and secretions, you can't say that you're not directly paying for their abuse and
I'm
murder.
not paying for their abuse. I'm paying for people to work and have money.
You're paying people to abuse and murder them. I'm an animal rights activist, so that's just all I do.
So if there was no animals, right? Then what do you do?
What do you mean, no animals?
Everyone was vegan. Everyone was treated animals. What's your job then?
Probably have an animal sanctuary where I'd live happily with animals.
The other animals. Activists would have the same jobs.
I'm not too sure, I can't really speak upon them, but all animal rights activists have different jobs. Some of them may be doctors, nurses, some of them may be nutritionists. Jack here is a nutritionist. He helps people eat plant-based. He helps people not consume someone else's bodies and secretions.
And other people's bodies. It's not their bodies, it is harvested meat. So you're saying, would it be more ethical if I went out and hunted?
No, the moral baseline is veganism. There's nothing ethical about eating an animal if it's unnecessary. And for a majority of the human population, it is unnecessary to be eating animals and their secretions and wearing their skin. Pardon?
Plants not forced into being grown.
Plants aren't sentient beings.
They're not.
Okay, so it sort of just goes on there, and then his friends join in, and then there's a little bit that's quite funny. His friends start eating chicken in front of her, and it sort of goes on from there, and then it ends. But here, let's focus on the main points from this. One, her strategy is quite unusual. Well, actually, no, it's a strategy that a lot of activists have adapted now. So a lot of activists like to protest. You've got the feminists that do it. They go out. They do it for very much a different reason. Their body, their choice. So they go out and they protest. They strip off their clothes. My body, my choice. They do it for that reason. She's clearly doing it, trying to gain more attention, stir up controversy, and look, she's done it very successfully. There's many other videos out there that are covering this, but here, as I've said, I think it's about maybe a year or maybe about 8 months old, something like that. But the main point here is she's chosen this strategy. Nothing wrong with that. Sex sells. That's the ultimate truth. Sex sells, and when you have someone like her, there's no doubt she's attractive. No, she's attractive. She's that. But when you've got she's I think she's about 23 years old. When you're 23 years old, you're standing there with your boobs out in front of a high school boy. You can tell that he's got the uniform, and his friends are also in high school. Not only that, she's standing in front of McDonald's business that's going to have families, young children in front of. They do not want to see a woman. They don't want to see a woman that's standing there half naked. So one, she's breaking the law, being publicly nude. Also, she's exposing herself to a minor, someone who's underage. And also throughout the video, you can see he's trying his best. He's not looking. He's trying his best, not looking. He's also probably not really wanting to looking. He's uncomfortable. You see the way he's standing. He's sort of like doing this. He's very uncomfortable, trying to like get away. And then, if you want to go and watch the full video you can watch it on her channel. It's called V-gan. Watch the full thing. His friends come over, and it's a little bit of a laugh. But the honest, full truth is what she's doing in this bit here is exposing herself to a minor. There's nothing funny about paedophilia, because that's what it is. If you switch the roles around and it was a man, any man for that matter, that was to be standing half naked in front of a schoolgirl, they would get arrested and go to prison for 15 to 20 years as quickly as anything. And hopefully you'd want that man to also be rugby tackled down on the floor there and then, and just by everyone. You'd want that. You'd want him to get tackled down to the ground, and also for good reason. But yet, she's this beautiful woman, standing there, body painted, dressed out, exposed to a minor. She's allowed to walk free, and it's perfectly fine. No consequences, nothing whatsoever. It's wrong, it's unfair in the families, it's unfair with the people that are trying to just eat, unfair with other people that are just walking by. And yeah, still, she's successfully succeeded in the purpose, what it is she's trying to do, which is cause a stir, controversy. So other than that, she's clearly succeeded in what it is she's trying to do, so good for her on that. The strategy though, probably not a great one, and it's also probably not a great look for her either. Okay, thanks for watching. If you like, subscribe, and if you don't like, leave a comment. So thanks for watching.